in those areas. So far, no injuries reported. We continue to monitor the weather, certainly the flooding and issues that they may bring, both in areas that were impacted by storms on Friday as well as those impacted by today's weather. Continue to be just absolutely overwhelmed and grateful for the number of Arkansans that are stepping up and helping their neighbors. The place that we are in today, City Center here at Emmanuel, has been just a tremendous leader and partner in the efforts that they're making to take care of all of Central Arkansas, doing a phenomenal job. So thankful for the work that they are doing, as well as so many of our local churches and partners that are really just saying, whatever the need is, we can meet it. And so far, we have seen Arkansans just really take care of one another. It makes us, I think, proud to represent our state even more than we already were. I've got Senator Bozeman, Mayor Scott, Judge Hyde, Pastor Smith, and several others here on Tony Robinson from FEMA. We'll give a quick update, and then we'll be happy to take a couple questions. Again, want to reiterate, we are hopeful that people are getting all the assistance that they need. One of the best places that you can go is helparkansas.com. It has an extensive list of all of the places if you need assistance or if you want to offer to give assistance and help. There are a number of ways to do that, and we encourage you to get on that website or go to one of the FEMA recovery centers. We have 3 of those located around the state. One here in Little Rock, one in North Little Rock, and one in Wynn, and all of those are listed on the website, helparkansas.com. You can go there to get specific information for your area about how to get or give assistance. And again, just want to say thank you to the people of Arkansas who have really stepped up and addressed the needs of our community. With that, I'm going to turn it over to the pastor and let him say a few words. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Governor. So the city center is here just to do that, to serve the city. Every week we're providing emergency dental care, food, and clothing. Also an adult education center here where you can get your GED, because we exist to serve the city. That's why we're here. Those that are affected are our neighbors. They're our friends. We're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. So these are our people, and that's why we exist, to serve them. So because we have about 100 volunteers working every week, it staged us well for the mayor to come in and allow this to be first for the first responders on Friday afternoon about 5:30, and then starting Monday to be the Family Assistance Center. So we're so grateful for the state and the city partnership to serve the people that we're trying to serve, obviously every day of the week. But probably most gratitude goes to church members and also over 100 people who don't have any affiliation with the City Center or Emmanuel, just walked up to serve. And so it's been a sweet time to see Arkansans come together and do what they do, which is to serve each other.
First and foremost, just want to share the appreciation to Governor Sanders, as well as Tony Robbins, who is part of the FEMA Region 6 Administrator, County Judge Barry Hyde, and Pastor Smith. What you see today is the great communication, collaboration, cooperation between state, federal, local, and nonprofit, all working together to ensure that the residents of Little Rock are the first priority. We do want to make one announcement. If you do have debris removal, we have allowed Reservoir Park to be that debris removal location, drop-off location. Please go there. Please do not go to our landfill in Southwest Little Rock. We want to make certain that everything from West Little Rock stays in West Little Rock from a reservoir standpoint. That being said, I just want to continue to reiterate that this city center has a great partnership with Emmanuel Baptist Church. They truly had the great vision in 2017 to locate this location here to be the hands and the feet of the city of Little Rock. And what you see today is just a great partnership between the city and this church. But again, it's countless and nameless individuals who are here working together, and we say thank you, we appreciate you, we see you, we feel you, and we know this is demonstrating the unity of our city during this time, and we continue to show God's hand at work. That being said, Administrator Tony.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to reiterate, certainly want to thank the pastor for this great center we've got set up to provide a one-stop shop for people to come and get assistance. And as we're out this weekend, I want to thank all the volunteers that were out. What a great effort of community coming together to help community. FEMA's here to work alongside of our state partners. We're working very closely with the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management. We have the President declared a major disaster declaration, turning on the program of individual assistance, which helps individuals in Pulaski, Lone Oak, and Cross counties. They can call 1-800-621-3362 or apply at disasterassistance.gov to receive assistance. for uninsured losses to help them with rental assistance, temporary housing, some lost contents. And so we encourage you to apply for that assistance. But first, call your insurance if you're covered by insurance so that we can look at those uninsured lost and get you assistance. Thanks.
Well, just to that, I'll add, all the folks you see standing behind me, this is our job. We get paid to do this. So the unsung heroes, and sometimes the sung heroes, like Pastor with Emmanuel Baptist leading in the community, the folks who are really boots on the ground and affecting people's lives right now are the many, many churches in Cross County and Lonoke and in Pulaski County, in each of the cities, and those who are even outside the area. The amount of help in cleanup, packing up, in getting food, of making sure that the pantries in the area are well stocked with foods that don't require refrigeration or cooking because they don't have electricity, is just overwhelming. And I'm so thankful for all these folks in our community. Thanks.
We're in a situation where we can't prevent a tragedy like this from happening, but we can determine the response. And so that's why we're here today. I'm representing the congressional delegation, really to pat people on the back, thank them for the great work that they're doing, and making sure that we're doing all that we can to support the effort. I see a lot of news people here today. Be sure to thank your weathermen. Thank you all for the great job that you did in getting the word out, making it such that people were aware that this was happening. I'm sure many lives were saved as a result of that, so give yourselves a pat on the back. Our first responders have done a tremendous job, all that are involved in that. The nonprofits have come together, doing a tremendous job. And then also our mayors, the governor has done a tremendous job. The list goes on and on. So like I say, we want to make sure that the federal response is as it should be, and Tony is doing a tremendous job with FEMA. And so it's going to take a while, but it's just going to take all of us continuing to work together. But I do appreciate the efforts of everybody so far.
We'll take a couple questions if there are any.
I'm going to take the easy one. Sarah's going to tackle the hard one.
I don't think that was the agreed upon deal on the front. We'll give them to the mayor. So.
I have one for Tony.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Even
out
better.
there. A lot of people out there don't really know where to begin when it comes to asking for assistance from FEMA, and I was just wondering if you could give them a step-by-step rundown of what they need to be doing.
So thanks for the question. First, once again, if you have insurance, the first step is to call your insurance provider to start that process. They are going to help you on that recovery much better. If not, then the next step is to apply for assistance at 1-800-621-3362 or www.disasterassistance.gov. And what we'll do is register you through that process. So you should have with you a driver's license. You should have your insurance policy, who your carrier is, the policy number, and other documents. It's really important for us to know where your damaged dwelling address is and where you're currently staying, and then a current phone number. And so what I'd really ask people is if you move or go somewhere differently, keep that information, update it once you've registered, because it's really important for us if we have to contact you or send you something through the mail that we have good contact information for you as well. But once you start that registration process, then an inspector may come out and visit your dwelling, and we'll work you through that process and the things that we need to be able to provide you the assistance. The other thing is we will have a close partnership with the Small Business Administration. So you may receive something that says, we need you to apply for the Small Business Administration. Please do that. They offer some great programs through low-interest loans to be able to help you with your home contents, and that's a form of assistance that goes hand in hand with what we deliver as well. So ask people to make sure when you get that, fill it out. They'll coordinate with you as well. They'll be working with us when we set up our disaster recovery centers and be there with us as well. And so we'll have next week some disaster recovery centers where once you apply, if you want to go check on your assistance, you can do that at those centers.
If I could just echo, one of the things that Tony mentioned were some of those documents that you may need, driver's license and things like that. At each of the FEMA disaster recovery centers, and I'll walk through the 3 different locations that we currently have, we have representatives from the state agencies that can help provide those documents for individuals who lost those due to the storm. We have representatives from each of the key DFNA, DHS, to help make sure we can quickly get those documents to individuals so they can process their request with FEMA as quickly as possible. We have 3 centers currently set up here in Little Rock. It's at 315 North Shackelford. Encourage people that need assistance to go there, where it can be a one-stop shop to get everything that they need. In North Little Rock, it's at 1300 Pike Avenue, and we also have a center in Wynne, Arkansas, and that's located in the old Sears building. So any one of those 3 locations, individuals who need assistance can go there to make those requests and hopefully get everything that they need processed and processed pretty quickly. And a huge pat on the back and kudos to FEMA for turning those requests very quickly. They've already started processing checks and funding for individuals. We've had reports from people here in Central Arkansas that have already received funding from FEMA. So they're moving quickly, and we're really grateful for the work that they're doing.
What's the latest on the federal cost share request?
We have put in a request for 100% cost share through the federal government. We're waiting a response and hope to have that back quickly with a good answer. We'll put a little pressure on Tony, but we feel pretty good about it so far. Anybody else? Easy crowd. They must be scared of you, Senator Bozeman. They're harder on me. Sure.
Do y'all feel like we dodged a bullet given the storms last night, and is that impacting any of the recovery assistance?
I don't think you could say that given the amount of devastation that's widespread, not just across Central Arkansas, but around the state. We have a lot of people hurting, but I'm thankful for, like I think each one of us has talked about, seen and noticed firsthand, just the outpouring of support from local churches, nonprofits, but also the tremendous cooperation between city, state, and federal government officials, making sure that we get the job done and take care of people as quickly as possible. When you have this kind of devastation, I don't think you can use certainly that term, but we're going to try to make sure we minimize the impact as best as possible.
Just to clarify that question, in terms of yesterday, when you were speaking in Jacksonville, you had expressed some concern about damage from the overnight storm maybe hindering efforts today. What has that been like? Have you seen any impact?
Certainly the rain doesn't help. The high winds that we've seen in different parts of the state are not ideal, but the crews that have been working since Friday are continuing to work despite the fact that they're working under tough weather conditions. Another reason we're so grateful for the many people who have stepped up. Mayor, I don't know if you want to comment specifically about Little Rock and the efforts that have been ongoing here despite the fact that we've had weather challenges. We have not seen the energy or the effort from people that are out there removing debris and offering assistance slow down in any way.
Sure. Again, as the governor stated, there are just so many organizations that are being very helpful during this time. We clearly know that the weather has impacted some of these opportunities. However, we just want to give a shout out to everyone, whether it's Goodwill Arkansas, the American Red Cross, Engage Arkansas, clearly Emmanuel, what's going on here, but we know Amazon brought in close to 2,000 or 3,000 tarps, and we know how important tarps are during this period of time. And so I definitely don't want to go down a whole list because I'll forget someone. If you've done something, we say thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.